Three, two, one. Welcome back to Save Before Quitting news for the week of what was Monday's date? May 18th, 2025.
Yeah.
I go by the name of Ant, and my homie right here, there.
I'm over here. I'm in PS1, New York City, currently being attacked by Doc Ock with smoke.
You deserve it.
Yeah. On the rooftop.
Someone should come save you.
Yeah. Save me. And Ant is joined from Namek. Planet Namek.
Yeah, I'm trying to we gotta hurry up because I have a feeling there's going to be an event and this planet might not be here that long.
We're at a specific point in the timeline where I'm starting to get scared.
little nervous, but you know.
Hell yeah.
I'm on the scene. I'm like a reporter at I don't know, during an earthquake. I'm out here, John, and things are getting serious.
It's raining sideways. There's a little purple guy. What the hell's going on here?
Little purple dude. This black hair guy's doing a lot of yelling. Some thunder starting to happen. Something groundbreaking is going to happen here today.
Very much so. Oh, he's going blonde. Nope, not yet.
Yeah.
Still waiting.
Got a feeling soon though. I saw a bald guy explode. That was weird. So I think something is really about to happen.
Just glad it wasn't our bald guy from here at Save Before Quitting podcast.
Listen, they don't know I'm bald till I take off this hat. Anyway, welcome. This is Save Before Quitting news. Save Before Quitting news. If you have not before ever experienced a Save Before Quitting thing, you can find out more about us at Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Titty. Shout out to the Titty Gang. If you want to be in the Titty Gang, please follow us on any of those platforms. You can also join our Discord, which is a great time. Join the Discord. We also have a Patreon if you want any more insanity and conversation from us. Feel free to join the Patreon. All the links are right below this. Save Before Quitting, all the way spelled out, at gmail.com if you want to send us an email. savebeforequitting.com, all the way spelled out. If you would like to buy some merch, we have tons of really cool, fun, awesome, interesting merch. Yeah. This hat is one of those things. If you want to become an NGP, a nerdy gamer person, feel free to buy some NGP merch. Or some other cool Save Before Quitting stuff. Chris, did I forget anything? Is there anything else you want to tell the people before we get into the news for the week?
I don't think that I have anything to tell anybody per se. I do have John Cena here just casually peeking on my shirt, which is kind of funny looking for where I have it cropped for the video. But yeah, you got everything. That's pretty much everything that we have to shill. Obviously, we have merch that has been in the store for a while, but we do have some limited edition stickers that are holographic that you can go pick up that are pretty cool. And then 2 designs that are new, and then our new logo design, which is out there. So those are the more fresh ones. Then we still have some of the old NGP stuff as well. And Patreon, you get 2 podcasts a month extra where we just talk about life and stuff. Our next one will be coming soon. We were gonna do it tonight, but there is a specific game that has come out that we need to play. Before Ant goes away on his vacation, because I just got back from my own vacation, so we'll have plenty of stories. Season. Yeah, it's
summer's upon us.
You already know the podcast title for that Patreon podcast is gonna be Cruising Colorado, because I got back from Colorado and Ant is going on a cruise. So there's that. If you'd like to hear about both of those experiences that we had, make sure you head over to the Patreon. There's multiple tiers. You get 2 extra podcasts a month. You get to see this news slideshow that Ant worked on so hard. And it's full on the Patreon itself as well. And yeah, it's a good time. It helps us out.
There is one slide in this slideshow that I'm going to draw attention to. and I'm going to tell editor Chris to you can show this one on the show
Hell yeah, will do.
because I'm very, very proud of the caption that I put on it.
All right, looking forward to it. Editor Chris has got some work to do on Friday. But yeah,
It's an easy one. It's not a big lift.
all good. But I guess we should get straight into it, and I think I'll probably take this first story because I have the most experience with it, even though I technically haven't experienced it myself yet. But Fortnite,
This is for you.
Fortnite is a big game, if you haven't known. This current season of Fortnite is Star Wars themed. There's a bunch of X-Wings and TIE fighters all across the map that you can hop onto with your squad. A bunch of new skins in the Battle Pass that are all related to that. There's Emperor Palpatine, Jar Jar Binks is coming soon, General Grievous, a bunch of stuff, like heavy Star Wars season. And one of the things that they decided to do for this season is add in an AI voiced Darth Vader. Which is using James Earl Jones's actual voice, and you can talk to them in the game. You can talk to this AI, and it comes out as James Earl Jones's voice. Now, at first, you might say, wow, that's kind of crazy because, sadly, Mr. Earl Jones has passed away and did sign away his rights to his voice like that. But since it's an AI...
They got permission from the family, apparently.
Yeah, there was permission from the family, but I doubt that there will be nothing bad happening soon. I would assume that the family might not be too happy if they find out the specifics, because since it's an AI, it it learns and does its own thing, obviously. And you can ask it questions and you can prompt it to say things. Like I've heard a couple people asking him like what his favorite Star Wars movie is, Darth Vader, and he would like talk about, it's Empire or something like that. And then another one was where they asked him if they believed in the wrestler Joe Hendry, and he said he did. So pretty cool, simple, fun stuff like that. But there's also a list of things that have happened here that I'm going to go through, and it's crazy to say the least. So starting from the top, first tally is he has swore, so said multiple curse words, which is obviously not something that they really do in the Star Wars universe. Just because it's not really,
Fortnite.
Or in Fortnite as well. So that's one thing. Next up, which takes a little bit of a leap, said multiple slurs.
Can't do that.
And then following that, getting more in the scary territory, threatened to kill someone in real life.
Have you seen the clips of all these?
Not personally, but I'm sure that they are on YouTube. I will most likely find them myself because, it's going to be all over the place. Next up
I'm interested
on the list,
for the threaten to kill someone in real. Because what did he say?
it's probably something like in character that just went a step too far, probably. Where I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's pretty bad just even reading it like this. There's probably clips online, and I'm sure that Epic is probably trying to get them taken down as well, most likely.
I'm
but
sure.
Next up, said that Pride Month is for the delusional. Pretty awful.
Interesting stance. All right.
Next up, a little bit more lighthearted. Eliminated players on the same side as him for calling him daddy.
That's pretty funny.
And then going back to bad, said Spanish is a language used by smugglers.
Wow.
And then the final two, ask someone if they like Chun-Li's ass.
I mean, you gotta know.
You gotta know. She's in Fortnite as well, so you gotta ask.
Yeah, it's
And
information everybody needs.
Last and most wild of them all, to be honest, which, at least in my opinion, made a tier list of races. And not Talladega.
Yeah, the bad kind of races.
Yeah. So, needless to say, the AI Darth Vader was put into the game with a little bit too much freedom, I would say, most likely. AI is something that, while it can be programmed, obviously it learns from the what it's getting information from, and a lot of the players that it's getting information from are adults that are abysmal. So I can understand why it was steered in this direction, makes sense. But yeah, not the best for Mr. James Earl Jones and his voice to be saying those things. after his passing, and I'm hoping his family takes some sort of action against it, because like while yes they signed away the rights and they talked about it with apparently Epic and Fortnite and
It's
allowing
still
them
a
to do it,
misrepresentation of James Earl Jones.
that like there becomes a certain point where it's like I feel like there's some irreparable damage that's come from it, most likely. Obviously we don't want to like promote the clips or anything, and they're online somewhere if you want to go search them out and find them. And there's plenty of good ones too. Like that's the thing. Like there's a lot of funny moments that happen that are just like him casually talking about random stuff with people who are fans of Star Wars and just like, hey, what's your favorite Star Wars and shit like that. Like that's fun and it's
I
lighthearted.
saw a clip of them talking, like him talking to players about Taco Bell.
Even better, Liv Moss a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
You gotta live life where you are.
But yeah, it's not the best to say the least. I also don't really know if I enjoy the use of AI in this way. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like AI is just kind of taking too many steps too far, where it's just like this is an unnecessary thing. Like while it's interesting, I don't really feel like it was necessary in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, like if you're going to use AI, you know, in future Star Wars projects, like a video game or like a specific Star Wars video game where you have Darth Vader as the character and you want him to say something that James Earl Jones just can't say because, you know, not here anymore. That's something where I'm like, okay, maybe this is a little bit more okay because you want to get his specific voice for the character, even though, you know, someone can probably do a great impression and, you know, live past his own legacy and recreate the character in their own way somehow.
Right.
But using it in Fortnite is weird to me.
I like you said, it's all about how you implementing this, and this had too many ways it could have gone wrong, and it did.
Very much so. I hope that in the future, if they do this again, it's a little less ham-fisted, because like I also feel like they don't need to have the character talk. Like it's such a weird, like why do I want to talk to my robot teammate in a video game? Like this, like you have, it's just weird. It's weird to me, and I think it's very unnecessary as well.
He was a spectacle. They wanted people to more things to bring people to the game, except that I guess they didn't factor in, you know, the horrible people.
For sure. But yeah, what do we got next up in the news, eh?
Next up, there's been a May update for Xbox. There are retro classics coming to Xbox Game Pass, PC gaming, updates, and more. Retro Classics from Xbox and Antstream Arcade offers a collection of 50 plus classic Activision games from the 80s and 90s, including beloved titles like Commando, Grand Prix, Kaboom, MechWarrior 2, 31st Century Combat, and Pitfall.
Cool.
That's pretty cool. I haven't had a chance to like really dig deep and see everything that's on here, but that's interesting. I like the idea. Like you own Activision now, you might as well just have like their easily emulated extensive back catalog just at the ready.
For sure. It's a good way to get those games into people's hands that didn't get a chance to play them too, which is
great. Or don't have a way to play them because they're, you know, they're old. They're legacy games.
For sure.
So if you're not somebody who's, you know, has an expertise with emulation, my man has his hand up, and or you know, you're a child who just doesn't have the access.
True.
It's a great way to play some new old games.
Yep.
Next up
in the news from Video Game Chronicle, the next PlayStation presentation is reportedly coming in June. It is most likely to be a state of play instead of a showcase. So a bunch of announcements most likely instead of just the few that they normally get. I don't know if I have any predictions per se yet, just because I feel like we're on the cusp of Summer Games Fest as well. So it's like there's so many opportunities for them to release things and release information of stuff that we don't know about, stuff that we do know about, probably some more Ghost of Yotei showing off for sure. So that's coming up end of the
Yeah.
year, I believe. So
I want to see more of the Naughty Dog Intergalactic.
oh yeah, I would
Point.
love to see some gameplay of that just to like kind of understand what we're getting ourselves into now that that's like their next big thing that they're going to be like, this is our franchise, you know?
Right.
So I'd love to see some more of that for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything else that I'm just like, they need to give us. Maybe a teaser for the next Spidey project, and then some Wolverine action as
They
well.
need to show. I'm interested in Spidey, but Wolverine at this point is like, all right, y'all have to show something of this game at this
For
point.
sure. Obviously, there was leaks that came out for Wolverine in both Spider-Man 2's DLC, which the crazy part is that the DLC for Spider-Man 2 was just completely canceled after those leaks. I'm hoping it's not the same case for Wolverine. I doubt it.
I doubt it. But it has been like radio silence. So at this point, something needs to be said.
For sure.
But yeah, like you said, June makes sense. June is Summer Games Fest. So
hell yeah.
that is the time for new announcements.
All right.
Next up, Roman Reigns.
Acknowledge me.
And Jason Momoa are reportedly in talks to appear in a new Street Fighter movie. That makes sense. Like they say, Roman Reigns is supposed to be Akuma. I'm assuming Jason Momoa is gonna be Ryu, but I don't think he looks like Ryu. I don't know. I don't know. But that's my guess as to who they're supposed to be playing.
Okay. I could see Roman Reigns as Akuma though. That would be fun. But at the same time, kind of strange because I feel like he would have to be like more of a CG character, maybe. You know.
But the thing was, like, they said Roman Reigns is going to be Akuma, but I could see his side profile with the beard and everything looks like Ryu from Street Fighter 6.
That is true. Yeah.
So I don't know.
He does do a Superman punch as his finishing move, so
I mean, it writes itself. But here we are. It's more insight into the Street Fighter movie. I'm interested to see whenever that trailer drops. I'm just interested to see the direction and how that is going to go.
I'm curious if they'll keep a similar tone to the Mortal Kombat franchise that we have currently going on slightly. I still want to see more of that too. We keep getting like little snippets here and there of like, here's Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, and then what's his name who played what's the guy with the arms with
Jax.
Jax. His actor was on something talking about the movie coming and how many fights there are, and we took the criticism, blah blah. So we're getting bits and pieces of information, but we've not seen shit, to be honest, yet. So maybe we'll see that trailer at Summer Games Fest. I could see that happening for sure, and then maybe an announcement of the next game from NetherRealm, because apparently there's a new Injustice game being teased by Ed Boon over on Twitter a little bit.
We got that news coming up too.
Oh really? Shit, I spoiled it. But
it's all good.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for more video game adaptations. As long as they do them justice, please and thank you.
Yes, please do. Please do them justice. Well, it says they're in talks to appear, so maybe I don't know if shooting has started yet.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
I don't
doubt it.
I'd love to be surprised. Next up, Sony is shutting down its PlayStation Stars loyalty scheme. It's confirmed. I
did forget this was a thing.
Yeah, who remembered this was even a thing that was happening?
PlayStation Stars. I don't think I looked at that more than the one time that the notification came up. Was like, you got stars or whatever the fuck it said.
Yeah, I don't. So, any of you stars out there, sorry. I don't even think Sony knew they still had this. I feel like somebody was in the office and was like, we're still doing this? Like, cut that. Why are we spending money on that?
We have a stars team? Who knew?
Right.
They're all just sleeping on the couch doing nothing because nobody's using it.
They're just getting paid a very nice salary working for Sony to do nothing with that.
Jeez. Do you even? I don't even remember. Like, is it on the PS app or like where do you find this?
Couldn't tell you. I remember when it was announced, and that's all I know about it.
Well, I was gonna check my PS app, but apparently there's an update that I need to do, so we won't be checking for context. So I guess we're moving
All right,
on.
moving on.
Next
Now
news
this-
story.
Now this is the one.
This needs to be
that I set
included
up.
with the slide. All right.
Mario Kart World. I'll get to that. Mario Kart World was originally in development for the first Nintendo Switch. Nintendo has revealed. It was difficult for us to incorporate everything we wanted, so we were always conscious of what we were giving up in return. So this game ended up being much more ambitious, much bigger than they expected it to be, so they held on to it for Switch 2. In other words, Nintendo couldn't fit all that ass into them jeans.
That's true.
Them jeans being Switch 1. So they had to take that ass and upgrade them jeans to Switch 2.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to checking this out a little bit. Unfortunately, the only way that I will be able to is when we're on the couch co-op together, because I refuse to buy a Switch 2 as of this point. There's been a lot of I don't want to say like controversy, but like people talking about how you buying a Switch isn't technically you owning the console now. It's just an agreement that you have the right to use the console until you do something that they see not fit, and they could just brick your console if they wanted to. Which, wild.
Call me, sometimes I hate taking a stance, but call me ignorant, but I don't give a fuck. Like, just give me my thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just good. I don't plan to use it all fucked up. We own nothing now as a society. Everything is like digital, or we have the right to, including like cell phone stuff, apps, like nothing, like everything is like being, unless it's like a physical thing. And even then, sometimes with the physical thing in gaming,
the game cartridge isn't even a game. It's a key to download the game, which is wild. I'm not mad at it by any means. I just think it's crazy that that's the direction that they're going. That's just like, it's a wild choice.
Let me also say that people who feel a way about it, by all means, do. I'm just like, I don't know, maybe old man on porch. Like, I've owned enough games. I'm 40. I don't care. I'll be 40 next year.
You just want to play the games. Yeah.
I just want to play and not think about like politics. I just want to play.
That's valid. I get it. It is funny seeing Nintendo being the company to kind of go this direction, I guess, first, if you think about it. Because, I mean, we still have physical discs for, Xbox, PlayStation. I mean, even PC has physical discs for some games still.
Even those are just keys to download.
No, they're on the game. The game's on the disc.
But you still have to download.
You have to download an update, like a day one update, but the game itself is on there. If you don't want to download that update, you can just run straight through it and launch it. It's going to have problems for sure, but there's at least something on there,
Certain games, there's no way it's on the disc. Like those 300 plus gigabyte Call of Duties are not on that disc.
That's valid.
It's impossible.
Call of Duty just sucks. That's just an awful fucking franchise.
That's an example I'm using, but like any game that's like a hefty game, like there's no, like Grand Theft Auto 6 when that drops, no one's going to own that. They couldn't fit it on the disc if they want to put it on.
Yeah, unless they do what Baldur's Gate 3 did, where there was an installation disc and a play disc, which could happen. I mean, we've had multi-disc games before in the past, and technically now again in the future with Baldur's Gate 3, but I feel like that was kind of more of a very specific game that needed that to like have that as an operation. But I mean, it'd be crazy to see multiple discs for GTA 6. Like, here's your install disc, here's your DLC disc, and here's your fucking play disc, and then here's your disc.
Digital download. That first of all. Number two, like, and with this Nintendo thing, like, clearly they're trying to hold on to the fact that they're cartridges, but they also want to give you the option to play these more expansive games. So they're only like, they kind of have to make their cartridges keys.
For sure, in the direction that they're going, because they don't want to like not that they don't want to, but I feel like they can't really go away from the handheld market because that's where they're going to live for the
Their
rest
bread
of
and
their
butter.
days, you know?
It's
And there's only so much you can do with the handheld, you know? There's only
and
so
then
much shit you can fit.
exactly only so much ass you could fit in those jeans. Next story.
I'm glad that that's going to be the news episode title somehow. Next up in the news, Senua's Saga HellBlade 2 is officially coming to PlayStation 5 this summer. Microsoft has announced. So the third party rages on, as you've said in the slide, will be making its way over to PlayStation. I didn't get a chance to play either of these, but I really wanted to. I remember the demo came out for 2, and I think I might have played that, and it was pretty cool. It got me interested, but then it kind of just faded into the back of my brain, so I didn't remember to actually do it, because I have Game Pass. I can play this fucking game. I gotta finish, what's it called, too? Fucking South of Midnight. I still haven't finished that.
There's too much.
It's too many games.
Too much. Like it's. I never thought there would come a day as a gamer, as avid gamers growing up, that I would be like, there's too many games.
Yeah.
Like how can a person play all the games?
You just close your door and never open it. That's it. That's
it would almost be like, all right, well, you can't live life. You play video games. That is your life.
Listen, man, I played Baldur's Gate 3 I did 7 playthroughs of Baldur's Gate 3 and 7 playthroughs of Cyberpunk. I wasn't doing much else.
Yes, you were, but that's exactly my point. You named 2 games. There's like
true.
a handful of games released a day. There's too many
valid.
games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, especially if you're like looking into the indie scene, there's just so much.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll talk more about that coming up.
Next up,
Mario and Rabbids developer Ubisoft Milan is hiring for a prestigious AAA title for the Rayman brand. So more Rayman coming. If you played, what was the last Rayman that was awesome? Rayman Legends, which was a platformer during the Xbox One, PS3, 4 era.
I think it was 4. I could be wrong.
I think it's 4 as well. Yeah, that era. That's when this kind of came out. It was a super duper fun, creative, inventive platformer. Like, so if anybody's into like platformers and have never played that, you can probably get that game for dirt cheap now. It is a great time. Great time. And I think that's like a very underrated game.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't get the praise it deserves.
I should try that sometime. I remember the original Rayman on PS1 was super fun when I played it. And I just was never able to beat it because I'm bad at platformers.
But this one was one of those, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the right word for it. I said inventive, and that's a good word for it, but it was very easy to, it's very pick up and play, but not in a like baby gamer way.
Okay.
Very pick up and play, like, wow, this makes me want to play more of this. The things they're doing in this game.
Hell yeah. I'm looking forward to it, man. Another Rayman. I feel like that franchise needs to just be like brought back from the dead. Because it was such a good time. I want Rayman merch. Give me Rayman plushies.
He's a very unique looking character. That would be nice to have some Rayman shit.
It'd be very difficult considering the no arms and legs situation, but they
that
can figure it out.
Is going to take some inventive thinking to make.
Magnets. Next up in the news, Doom: The Dark Ages is ID Software's biggest launch ever. Bethesda says the publisher claims that the game has reached 3 million players 7 times faster than Doom Eternal. I can tell why. It looks good as shit from the clips I've seen. A nice metal ass time. You get a cool Captain America shield with blades and shit on it. Cool.
It is good as shit. I played some while you were gone. That's what I said about, we'll get to that, playing games.
Hell yeah.
This game is so fun. It's just fun to play.
All right.
The moment to moment game. I like it a lot better than Doom Eternal. It's back to the kind of fast paced, kind of like original Doom remake, Doom 2016. Except now there's more mechanics, like you said, with the shield and shit like that. It is a really, really, really good time. I recommend it. It's just some good arcade shooter action fun.
Hell yeah.
Moment to moment, super quick paced, wild like set pieces, giant bosses. Like it's fun as shit. I haven't played I only played like maybe the first 3 stages. I think there's 20 something stages.
Okay.
But it was one of those nights where it was like 2 a.m. and I was just like, fuck, I have to go to bed. Hadn't felt like that in a while. You know what I mean? Playing a game.
Yeah.
But this is one of those, like, okay, I want to do another level, another level, and another level.
Nice.
I recommend it. It's on Game Pass. So I recommend if you got Game Pass, download that motherfucker.
I'll be doing that after my South of Midnight gameplay is done. Ooh, next up. This is my kind of news story I see.
It is.
Cyberpunk 2077 sequel features a second city that feels like Chicago gone wrong, according to the IP creator, Mike Pondsmith. Wake up again, samurai. It's a good thing. I'm excited for this. I want this so bad, but also
I know you do.
I'll keep playing regular Cyberpunk. I'll keep playing 2077 till the day I die because that's such a fucking good game. Such a good game. But a sequel, as long as I don't even know who like would be the main character, who you would be. Like I don't know, but I'm excited for it. It's gonna be huge. Especially if you have a second city, like we already have Night City. So in my brain, if you're making a sequel to this, I would have it so you have like a high-speed transit system that you can go from Night City to the Chicago city, and like you can be in both. And there's missions in both, and there's things in both, and both cities are as huge as they fucking are. That'd be sick.
It would be.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever this sequel is. There was like kind of not like leaks, but rumors that there might be a second DLC coming to 2077 a few weeks ago. I hope that might be a thing. There was like whispers of it. People were like, there might be something coming because they keep working on it, even though they said that they were not going to do that, and they just keep working and making these small updates that aren't really that big of a deal with like a side company that's like doing those while they work on their other shit with like The Witcher that's coming and obviously other shit. But like it seems like there might be something. I don't know. Maybe.
So I could, let's see. It's 2025. I could see Cyberpunk 2077 2 or whatever they call it come out either holiday 2027 or spring 2028. That's my guess as to when we'd see.
Sounds about right. Yeah. I mean, whenever The Witcher's coming out, when is that?
That's right. They have to come out first.
Yeah, that's got to be first, and then
maybe
I would say at least a year or two after that, we'll get like a teaser. You know.
Yeah, maybe we get a trailer for it. Summer Games Fest 2027.
I think that sounds about right, probably.
And then between there and 28, we get more information at the very least.
All right. I dig it. Next up in the news.
Neil Druckmann has revealed he's involved in a second unannounced project at Naughty Dog alongside the sci-fi game Intergalactic. Most people are assuming this is another Last of Us with the success of the TV series, and since they're already on the second season, which actually the last episode of the season comes on this week coming up.
I've not watched any of it. I think I'm gonna binge it at some point.
It's so good. It's so good, just like the first season was. It's great. People are assuming that. I think that's a great assumption. I also feel like it could be another Uncharted.
I mean, it's been a while.
Exactly. I'm just trying to think of what these things like, unless it's something brand new.
I would also appreciate that. Even with the complaints that we've had about there being too many games, but like, fuck it, man. Give me new IP. New IP is always, because the beauty of new IP is you get to make the choice if you want to dive into it or not. And it's like when there's more Last of Us, I know that I'm going to do that, you know, like I'm gonna buy another Last of Us game no matter what. But like if you give me a new IP, it gives me the opportunity to fall in love with something new or just decide to pass on it. And I think that's a more, what's the word I'm looking with? That's a prettier idea. I like that more. Like that makes my brain tickle in the good way more than just another Last of Us, which wouldn't be mad at either. But new IP is always, I think, a fun thing to do, because then you get to see other people fall in love with a studio, you know? So, yeah. He was also in some hot water, Mr. Druckmann. He had an interview, I don't know if you saw this, about the show. They were talking about, spoiler alerts for the game more so than the show, but technically the show. In the first season and in the first game, Joel makes a decision at the end and saves Ellie. And he was asked about the cure, you know, that the doctors were going to work on and whatnot, and like whether or not it would have worked. Because, you know, there's always the fan speculation, like it wouldn't even have worked in the first place. He made the right decision to do this. And Neil said, it was our intention that if we did do it the other way, that the cure would have been made. But
yeah, they another spoiler alert. That episode where they reveal that just happened.
Okay. Well,
that
like people were like talking about like, I can't believe he's doing this, but like in my mind, I'm just like, it didn't happen though. Like that was their intention if they were going to do that, but they didn't do that. So it's like, so you could still have this theory that Joel was in the right, and you could still feel that way, and this doesn't make you any less valid in your opinion about that, even if, you know, that was what was going to happen, and it's like canon, like yes, it would have worked. Like it doesn't change that much. It's he's the fucking creator. Like people are getting mad at him about it for some reason. Like fuck off.
You can't get
like
mad at him for it. People, like, that's a little bit too invested.
Like there's so many more things to be mad about than a guy saying this is what we were gonna do, but we decided not to. You're mad at a thing that didn't happen.
Listen, man. This is the game industry.
Fucking people.
People
are stupid.
The nerd industry.
I'm a part of it. Speaking of that, I kind of spoiled this news story. A third Injustice game could be in development, according to the data miner who previously specialized in Warner Bros. Games multiverses. It's also just been teased casually on Twitter by Ed Boon for like the past 4 or 5 months now. I hope that it is, because I love the Injustice series.
Listen, we can cut the book. It is Injustice 3.
Oh yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, like it's definitely that. I'm not an insider, but you can take this. Yes. Yeah. Injustice 3 is coming.
I'm looking forward to it. There's also like there's a comic series that is like coincides with the game and shit that I read back when like 1 and 2 were coming out still. I believe, don't get me wrong, I think it was still going on for a decent amount of time post 2. So like there's a lot of story to tell and to continue with. Obviously with 2, the way that ended, spoiler alert, there was 2 different options to the end where you could have either Batman come out on top or Superman come out on top. I kind of prefer the Batman ending just because it makes it so that it's more open-ended than the Superman one where it's just very dystopian and a bit too far. I think like it was kind of like a holy shit, like the world's over type shit, but
yeah,
I don't know. The Batman one, at least it's like there's like a sliver of hope while still seeing that there can be conflict to come, which makes it interesting. I hope that we get Red Hood as a main character instead of just a DLC character, because that DLC was fucking sick, and he was my main.
Yeah, they did really good with the DLC.
Oh yeah,
for Injustice 2.
So good.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to how they pull this off.
That was also the first game that they implemented the gear system that they started. I think they used it in Mortal Kombat after that. But it was like you could pretty much change the look of every single character in the game with different like heads, bodies, colorways, all of that shit. And each item had its like own different values, and you could like build like your version of the character for like online play. If you wanted
Yeah.
boosted projectiles, boosted shields, stuff like that, better combos, speed and shit like that, and you could like build yourself around like your play style, which was super fucking cool.
I like games that let the player do that.
Oh yeah. And I appreciated it, even though I am so bad at fighting games. I'm so fucking bad. I learned the 3 combos I can, and then I just spam those into eternity.
You know who my dude was in Injustice 2? Blue Beetle. I was just really good with him.
He was fun as fuck,
Randomly.
too.
He was just fun to use.
Good. He was so fun. I didn't like the default look for him with like the mouth built into the mask.
Yeah.
But once you get some new helmets, ooh, he looked cool as fuck.
Yeah. They always put a lot of TLC into those Injustice games, so I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Hell yeah. What we got next?
Next. Hideo Kojima has said that one of his next games, Physint, which is the name of his next game that he announced, won't be released for another 5 or 6 years.
Jesus.
So it's like a that's like a developer coming out and saying, "Hey, I got another game coming out at some point." Like, yeah.
I got an idea that's not gonna be made into anything anytime soon.
But Physint, Physint, is the name of Hideo Kojima's next release.
All right.
After Death Stranding 2, which is about to come out.
Yeah, it's soon, right?
Yeah.
I gotta play the first one more too. I had it downloaded.
2 is a lot better. I never played it.
It's walking simulator. You're like a USPS guy with boxes.
They said there's a lot more action in 2.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot of stuff that's left over, but a lot of the previews I'm reading about that people had like hands-on with it recently, and they've said it's a lot better than the first one.
Fuck yeah. Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Oh god, this. Bruh.
Yeah,
oh.
I know. I figured you could speak to this.
Yeah.
As an artist.
So next up, Bungie, the company that I formerly loved with Destiny 2 that I now hate because of Destiny 2, has confirmed that an artist's work was used in Marathon without their permission, quote unquote. We value the creativity and dedication of all artists who contribute to our games, and we are committed to doing right by them. So that's some bullshit. They just straight up stole art.
They said the guy who, say the name of the artist first.
The artist's name is Anti-Real. She's on Twitter, I believe it's like A4TIR3AL, I think, if I remember correctly.
Something like that.
But they did a project that was just like a bunch of like concept art of like, and it was nothing like super, like I don't want to sound rude when I say this, but it was nothing super like complex. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, it was a style, and it was like a mood and like a feeling of like what Marathon turned out to be. And
it was still dope art.
It was really good. I love it. It's just one of those things where it's like, you look at it and you're like, if you're gonna steal from this person and this is their style, it's not to be that guy. It's really easy to recreate this style in your own way if you're Bungie. You have millions of dollars. You can recreate this so easily. There's like, if you want to watch a good video on it, Charlie X Penguins, Moist Critical on YouTube, he did a really good breakdown of it where it's pretty short and concise, about 9 minutes. But there's multiple parts in the video where he shows direct comparison to their artwork to the game, and there's like some that are just embarrassing, where like there's like straight up words that they didn't like erase enough, and it's like it looks like they almost used like a shitty eraser on a pencil to erase the words, but like they're still there, and you can see that it's the direct words that the artist did, which like obviously aren't a part of the game, so it's like what the fuck. And like it's all the shapes and like everything is like 1-to-1 like with it. And then Bungie came out and they pretty much said that it was a former person that they had on staff that was the entire reason that this happened. And they were blaming one person, which I call bullshit on.
Me too.
Complete bullshit. Because if you're telling me that one artist is the entirety of this game's like feel and design and like all of this shit all over the place, like, and it's not even like the characters obviously aren't that, and like the characters fit into the world, but the world building and like the world feel and all of this like designs on the guns and on the walls and like to make you like feel like you're in this really unique world, they're all stolen. And you can't tell me it was done by one person. That's insane to think about that. Obviously, they've come out and I think they've already reached out to the artist. I hope that they get paid so much money for it, even though this game is done.
Well, they already said they went and wiped they're in the process anyway of wiping the art, and the guy or the artist or whoever was on Bungie's team no longer is with the company. Obviously, they're gonna have to get rid of him.
It's just dumb to me because you could have just hired this artist. Just hire the artist that has all of this stuff that is pretty integral to your game and the world building of it. Obviously, and there's another thing that's crazy about this is the people online that are defending Bungie, which is like wild to me. You're defending a billion, if not $trillion company. I don't fucking know how much money they make off their shitty microtransactions. But fucking like, there's no defense of this. Like, they're stealing from a small artist who is probably struggling to pay their rent, like most of us are in the world, to a company who's putting out this game that's going to be filled with microtransactions and filled with bullshit, when you could have just hired them because you loved their style so much that you made your entire game based around their style and their like design voice. Like, it's wild to me. And
it is wild. It is wild, and I don't know, man. Like, to poach art like that, like people, like you said, people, it's hard out here, man. People are trying their best, doing their thing, hoping that something that they create gives somebody else a little bit of joy, and then this hundreds of $1 billion company, who's owned by $1 billion company now, Sony, is. They just look online like, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Just poach it.
And then like the excuse that it was done by one person and that you fired that person already. Like, that's weird to me. It's like, so you just so happen to have fired the person that you specifically are blaming for all of this. That seems a little strange, don't you think? Like, yeah. Like, it seems shady. It seems disingenuous. And I like, in my opinion, apparently the game didn't even do that well with the beta that it had out. People didn't really love it. But the one thing they did love was the style. And like the entire...
And that's the one thing you fucking stole.
That's the crazy part. It's like it's hard to dig a grave preemptively, but I feel like they definitely have. Unless they just hire this artist straight up and just be like, hey, we like it so much that we want to keep it. But we're going to, bring you on to the team. We're going to keep doing more stuff with you, pay you for what we fucked up as a compensation, and then also bring you onto the team because clearly your design voice is speaking to the people because that's the thing that people are liking the most. So that's at least if I was John Bungie what I would do, but also John Bungie is a billionaire asshole. So who gives a fuck? Very true. But yeah, it's very unfortunate to see. I didn't even play this beta because I just was not even on my radar. I don't even care to try this.
This beta came out, and I remember it coming out, or I remember the sign up coming out. But then I forgot about that. So then when the actual beta came out, I was like, oh, I never signed up. And then it was out, and it was very little talk about it. And then the people who were talking about it was like, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, you didn't get like the holy shit like a Bungie game usually gets.
Yeah. I also just feel like Bungie sucks now too. Did you see what they did with their Star Wars collaboration?
No.
So they had a Star Wars collab similar to Fortnite. And with Destiny 2 specifically, everyone was really excited. They're like, oh, it's going to be like all these armor designs based off of Star Wars and shit. And it's just straight up the characters from Star Wars. Like the Darth Vader, it's just Darth Vader if he was on Tren. Like it's just the Titan. And they gave lightsabers to everybody. That's all it is. There's no originality. It's just copy paste, put it on bigger body. Like they've lost their fucking plot. and it's insane to me. Destiny 2 used to be so fucking good, and then they made it free to play with all these fucking stupid microtransactions. And I don't get
That'll
it.
do it.
I don't fucking get it, man.
Games that start out not free to play and then become that, it's
so
never
bad.
a good thing. If you're going to just be that, then be that. And that's fine. And if your game is good, then, you know, cream rises to the top, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Like Fortnite or any other game who does that. But like, if you're a game for the people and you buy into this game and you have this, and then it's like, oh, it's free now and buy all this stuff. Then it's like, well, again, like you just said it perfectly. You lost the plot.
Yeah.
That's not why we were here.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm disappointed in it. I highly recommend going and checking out Charlie's video. If you haven't seen it, go check him out. X Penguins on YouTube. Not that we need to shout him out. Obviously, he's more, you know, prevalent. But you know, go check that out if you want the full rundown of it, because it's pretty egregious. And then we got our last news story of the day.
Fortnite is back on Apple phones.
That
was a whole
lawsuit
back and forth. Yeah, won the lawsuit, so now they can I guess you can buy microtransactions in the game that goes to, you know, Epic without having to break off that huge chunk to Apple. It was a tug of war towards the end, but you know, Epic pulled it off, crossed the finish line, and Fortnite is back on Apple phones. So if you were a Fortnite guy and also an Apple guy or girl, you can now play it on the go.
I refuse to own an Apple product ever again in my life. Fuck those phones. I'm a Pixel boy.
You're a pixie.
Yeah. I actually had to get my screen replaced the other day. I just got it back today. I dropped it.
That's right. You said you broke your phone. How'd you do that?
Well, so like, you know those things that you can get in the shower where it's like a little like it's like protects it from the water, and you can like put it on the wall and like control your music or watch a video if you're taking one of those showers where you're kind of just standing there looking into the void, you know?
One of those showers.
Oh no, I'm straight up just like, I'll put on like a video and I'll just like stand there in the hot water for like 20 minutes just boiling my skin off, just like staring into the void. But I went to go, you know, put it in the little claspy thingy, and it dropped. Nothing crazy. And then I went to use the screen, and the bottom portion of the screen still worked, touch screen wise, but the top portion no longer worked.
Oh shit!
But it was there, like the display was fine, everything was great, and it was still able to work. But the actual the touch function was just like gone. So I had to drop a nice couple hundred on that to get replaced.
Love that.
Yeah. Which was funny because I was like coming back from the trip from Colorado, and while in Colorado, I bought this nice smartwatch that you see on my wrist here, which it was a couple hundo. And I was like, oh, so, you know, I should have just not bought this, and then I would be able to get my phone fixed.
That's how it happens.
But
that's how it happens, bro.
Yeah. That's life.
I don't know if I mentioned this.
It gives me good shit, and then it fucks me over.
I don't know if I mentioned this on the pod or not, or the Patreon. I don't remember. But I had to put out money to get Adrian 2 new tires, right? So that was like with labor, and she needed like one other thing done to her car. I think I swiped my card, and they wanted $540 something from me. It's like, yay, 2 tires and some work later, almost $600. Whatever. It had to be done. Yeah, right. It had to be done, and it was done. I did the thing. So I'm like, okay, I'm just feel grateful that I was able to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So going to work the next day, regular normal day, driving my car. Truck in front of me kicks up a rock, hits my windshield. Bam! Nice crack in my windshield. And it was started out as like one of the, like a little small crack like that. And I lie to you not, like I was looking at it, and it just said, and it just went straight up my windshield. I was like, oh no, man, just got a million times worse.
That so Rock then was a paid actor.
It was. So then I was like, okay, I'm going I'm trying to price it out. I'm Googling like how much does I never had to get a windshield replaced before in my life. So like how much is this gonna cost? And they're probably quoting like numbers that I'm not trying to pay. And then I went on my insurance, like, let me check my insurance. And my insurance said it covered the windshields. I was like, oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
So set up an appointment through my insurance, went to get it done. And the lady was like, all right, that'll be $478. I was like, wait. I thought insurance is like, yes, they covered most of it. You have to still pay a deductible. I'm like, oh, if I went ahead and just go pay for stuff on my wife's car, this would have been nothing. Now I have to pay another $500 after taxes and everything, $500+. Needless to say, I went home that day and I was just like, nobody asked me for shit.
With your 2 Switch pre-orders that you currently have at the same time. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, you get some good shit and then you immediately get some fuck shit. Universe balance. I didn't believe in it before, but hey, how we doing?
I know.
But that's the news. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you for sticking along. If you like what you just heard, especially that last bit, make sure to check us out on Patreon. We do that pretty much all the time, where we go off on a tangent and talk about our personal shit and all that. There's a new episode coming out soon, and one just dropped earlier this month as well, giving some life updates. We'll give you some more once Ant gets back from his lovely cruise that he's going on. I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about from that, and I have plenty to talk about from the Rockies and their mountains. But if you want to follow us, make sure you go over to Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
Titty.
And follow us at savebeforequitting. Everywhere. Go follow us. Go follow our page. Like our shit. Then go to savebeforequitting fully spelled out.com to pick up some merch like Ant's wearing right now. And I should be wearing, but I'm not because I'm slacking.
You look nice though. You got your John Cena popping off. Got your
Dr.
smartwatch.
Thugonomics, baby.
Doing your thing.
Yeah. And then also check out our email. Shoot us an email, savebeforequitting fully spelled out at gmail.com with any suggestions, news stories, threats. I don't know what else there is. The email,
insults, all this stuff.
Yeah, do all those things. Shoot it to our email. Let us know, and we'll answer you back. Questions for the show and the main show itself. And then also make sure to join our Discord. All right, we got a nice little community that we have going on in our Discord. We post about the news, so you get the news and our opinions early before everybody else. You can post your fitness updates. You can post the nerdy bullshit that you buy. You can see different games we're playing, like what we're going to be playing tonight, the night we're recording. We're playing some Splitgate 2, and if you were there, you would have been able to join us. But you
missed out.
You missed out. So make sure you don't miss out next time. Join all that stuff. Follow us every single place that I said previously. And make sure to always
save before quitting.
We'll see you guys next week. Next week.
It won't be. Well, I won't be here next week.
You're away for the entire week?
I come back Thursday. I guess we could do it.
I was gonna say we could do it in person next week and do the actual main pod part, and then the first couch co-op.
I thought the main pod would be the week after because that's Summer Games Fest.
You are right. Shit. I gotta. When is Summer Games Fest again?
June 6th. It's Friday.
Oh, I have it on my calendar. I'm using calendars now. I'm an adult.
This is what we do here at the Save Before Quitting.
Good thing I'm still recording. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Did you like that video?
We know you did.
If so, you can check out this video right here. Or that one right there, which YouTube suggested just for your nerdy gamer person sub. Like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you always
save before quitting.